Hey, how's it going, everybody? Happy New Year. This is Royello.
And sashimi, and happy holidays. We have missed you guys. We're hoping to be more active this coming 2021. It's our New Year's resolution. And I know 2020 has been rough on everybody, so we're trying to get back in the swing of things.
Yep, it's been a long year, but guys, we are back to you, and we are hoping to spend plenty of time with you this year, which is why we are doing this video for all the games, well, not all the games, a list of the games that we are the most hyped for, at least right now.
Early 2021, or anything that's been announced, hopefully, that will come out this year.
Yep, so if we are missing anything on this list, please feel free to upgrade us? Yes, upgrade us. Upgrade our list with your additions to the list. If there's anything that you guys think we should play, please let us know down in the comments, and be sure to throw down your top whatever, however many games you're hyped for, throw them down in the comments. We can't wait to see what you guys are excited for. Now let's get to the video, shall we?
Yes.
Okay, so first off, Monster Hunter Rise. You guys know we got to do that Monster Hunter. Let's get it going. Spider-Man.
Yeah, the new fly dude, and the Palamutes. You can ride your buddy doggy. And there's Palicos, like always. And now you can have a doggo.
Yep, there's all sorts of new monsters and new mobility types. Look at the wire bug. Like, look at all the stuff you can do with it. It's crazy. You can ride around like Spider-Man. We do have new monsters like the ever fabulous. I think that Finn is very fabulous. Somnicant.
Looks like he's got a drum on his belly.
It does,
and
actually.
Your boy Ludroth is coming back.
And Great Roggy, as not excited as I am about Great Roggy.
Yeah, now he can go. I don't like him.
I like this dude, Bishotten.
Yeah, he looks cool.
He throws. Are you think those are persimmons?
It looks like persimmons to me, or maybe tomatoes. I don't know.
So we've got lots of new monsters, lots of new combat styles. All the weapons have received some upgrades. There you can
mobility
see,
on the hunting horn looks cool. Sorry.
You can see that he was riding the Palamute right there.
Yeah.
That looks really cool. You can even fight on the Palamute, which is really cool. I want to.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome.
We don't get Prowlers this time around, but I'm really hoping that I can just stay on the back of my Palamute the whole time. Just do nothing but fight on the Palamute. So the Rampage here is the new feature, and we're pretty much just going to be all gathering together and getting, shoring up our defenses, getting ready for the Rampage. And, of course, we've got the new buddy.
Oh, yeah, he looks cool.
I don't see why's he got to pick on poor Aoshira? That Aoshira's still alive. But Monster Hunter Rise is coming in March. Oh, we got to watch this. Oh, I thought it was I thought it was the food. I thought it was the mochi. My bad. So March 26th for that one. There's going to be downloadable content. Be sure to pre-order on this one, you guys. We will be covering this as soon as the demo comes out, which should be sometime in January. There's going to be an update on Monster Hunter info sometime next week. So we're hoping that we have plenty of stuff to talk about after that. After we get the demo, we're going to play that, and we'll be streaming it and playing it with you guys like we did with Monster Hunter World.
Yeah, come play the demo with us.
Alrighty, so we've got plenty more games to get to, so let's start with the next one. And number 2 on our list is from Pathia, the folks who brought you My Time at Portia. Let's get that footage rolling. For those of you who enjoyed My Time at Portia, it was a farming sim from last year. This game is actually by them. It is a sequel to My Time at Portia called My Time at Sandrock.
Looks like they've improved the graphics and animations quite a bit.
Definitely.
Maybe a more in-depth story than last time.
It's what it seems like they're going for. It seems more cinematic than My Time at Portia.
Yeah, and they're bringing back the usual crafting, farming, gathering, all the usual stuff that you loved from the last one.
Yep, as you guys noticed, though, we are in a different biome now. We are out in the desert. We've got an entirely new group of people to interact with. We've got ponies, hopefully llamas. I hope the llamas and camels.
I hope so.
Town building is definitely making a comeback. It seems to be the focus of this game. You're actually restoring the town rather than helping out a town that already exists. So you're more of a pioneer, and those people need a dance instructor badly. Combat is making a return, of course. It looks like they've put quite a bit more effort into refining the combat system. Combat system in Portia wasn't bad per se. It was just there. It was just kind of there. It was okay. My time in Sandrock has actually just completed the crowdfunding phase. They are in development. If you are interested in this game, there is an early access beta that's going to be coming up here in January or February. They haven't given us an exact date. I'll be covering it as much as I can. And if you are interested in helping the game out, they are running a wishlist campaign on Steam, so go wishlist it, and that will be adding features. On to our next game. Arbitrary list number 3. This is a game that's very near and dear to my heart. Any of you guys that know me know I love Disgaea and strategy RPGs. So let's get the footage rolling on Disgaea VI. If you are into strategy RPGs, JRPGs, funny games with dialogue, funny dialogue? Yeah, with dialogue. We like dialogue in all of our games. But
Nice. And cute hoodies.
yeah, it is kind of cute. I think it's kind of cool. It's cool.
I wear it.
But Disgaea 6 is coming out this summer, Defiance of Destiny. In this game, you'll be playing as Zed. He is this little zombie boy that wants to take over the world, or at least defeat the strongest dude in the world, and that's going to involve tons of super reincarnation, meaning he's going to die a whole lot, coming back stronger, kind of like your favorite Saiyan. And the level cap has now been increased to something ridiculous. It's a whole lot of 9s. You can count them. I think it's like 99,099,900 something. And there's going to be a lot of damage. All that damage. 99 quadrillion max damage. Tons of stats, numbers for our mathematicians to look at. And for those of you who want a more casual experience, they are bringing it to us. It's actually going to have autoplay. It's going to have auto level grinding. You can actually go in and customize enemy AI, or player AI, I mean. Really similar. It almost looks like you can go in about as in-depth as Final Fantasy XII was, if you remember the Gambit system. It looks to be a really, really cool game. They are going to be going with a fully 3D version of the game, 3D sprites and levels. I was skeptical of this at first, but after seeing it in action, I'm no longer skeptical. It looks very good. The sprites lend themselves extremely well to the new system, and it looks very attractive. So if you are looking for a good strategy RPG that's nice, funny, doesn't take itself seriously at all, then Disgaea 6 might be right up your alley. So let's go ahead and get on to the next one. Alright, an arbitrary list number 4. It is a JRPG, beloved by you and me, and its name starts with E, but it's actually the letter Y. However, it is pronounced Ease. We're going to be joining our good old friend, Adol Kristen, whatever.
Apple
Christian?
Crispin?
Apple Crisps. He gets shot by this dark, delectable young lady. She gives him the power of who? The Crimson King. He's the dauntless fugitive. He's got armor. He's got pretty hair. He's got abilities to go to all sorts of diamonds. You see a diamond, he'll be there. And man, can he kick some booty. He's got a cat.
Well,
She's a white cat. She's the charitable thief, so she's a Robin Hood. Just like your cat, she'll run up all the walls. She'll punch all your stuff. Look at that. She's even kicking stuff like cats kick stuff off your shelves. We've got the doll, enigmatic beauty that's just going to silence everybody. She can see through walls, so she's Batman. She's got all his investigative powers. There's also the cowgirl, who's not a cow. She's a bull, however that works. She breaks stuff. She's got a big axe.
Kool-Aid Man.
She can destroy... She's the Kool-Aid woman. She can destroy everything. Hawk. The Hawk. Brash Rebel. What does he bring to the game? Well, Genshin Impact, of course. You no longer need Genshin Impact. Look at that. You can fly all over the place, poke everything real fast. I thought this was a chick at first, but the
Yeah, me too.
renegade, the cynical intellect, is actually a dude who can totally turn into a puddle and get all under all your furniture. So if you ever, what'd you say?
Lose your remote under there. He got you back.
Yep, you lose your remote and he'll find it for you. There's also this dark chick that's going to be leading them through the storyline. She looks really cool. And I mean, she looks really mad there at the end, Aprilis. So, you know, these really crazy looking mad anime chicks, that automatically means it's going to be a good game.
I do like that they all have different abilities, though. There's, like, incentive to use all the different characters.
Yeah, I actually do too. I think that it's going to be really cool, jokes aside. The mobility, the moving around, and also it's an ease game. Anyone who has actually played ease games, you know that they make some of the best action RPGs out there. I mean,
Yeah, the combat looked really fun.
The combat in Ys has always been fantastic. The dialogue between the characters has always been humorous and interesting. All the characters really come alive, so we are really looking forward to this one. It's going to be awesome. That one comes out February 2nd. Holy crap,
soon.
it's a month away. So we will be climbing towers and whooping up things as a cowgirl in no time. Let's scoot on to the next one.
Fifth on our list, where numbers mean nothing, is Rune Factory 5. It's beautiful. Look at that beautiful art.
It's not a
Beautiful
JR.
dragon.
It's not a JRPG without beautiful art and stylistic intro.
Yes, and amnesia.
Yes, you have to have amnesia. That's an ironclad rule for JRPGs.
Yep. So they're bringing back the amnesia, they're bringing back the dating, the marriage. You can play as a girl and a boy in this one, which is just wonderful.
You're probably not going to likely remember the amnesia from the last game because of the amnesia of this game.
You right?
Man, look at the fishing. Oh, there's mounts.
Yep.
That poor little guy didn't look like he was big enough to be mounted quite yet, but
Yeah, that always doesn't look quite right. Like, that's a human-sized sheep carrying a person. That looks uncomfortable.
the combat looks really cool. The combat looks very much like a mix of of all the best things from Dark Cloud 2. Definitely has an artistic style that is close to Dark Cloud 2, and
Yeah,
maybe
looks
a bit
good.
of like Trials of Mana.
And they're bringing back the character portraits talking to each other. I don't care how good the sprites look. I still want to see the art, and I'm just loving that they brought that back.
It's very, very colorful. The artistic style is really cool, and I'm really digging the graphics. They are going to have limited editions on this, which of course we have pre-ordered. We will be unboxing.
Yeah, ours is probably not going to be that cool because that's the Japanese version, but it'll be something. Check it out when we get it.
This is by Marvelous. For you guys who like farming sims with a good bit of dungeon simulator and fighting and everything, Rune Factory has always been one of the best for that. So, going into our farming sims, Rune Factory 5. Time to move on to number 6. And coming in at number 6 is Harvest Moon One World by Natsume. Harvest Moon is not so much my cup of tea, but it is yours. So,
Yep.
take it away.
The Harvest Moon series is sort of Harvest Moon in name only now, but this one I actually have some hope for. I think it might be okay. I'm not the biggest fan of the graphical style of the Harvest Moons. The animals are cute, but the textures are like very simple, very flat. Not my cup of tea. But this Harvest Moon is introducing some new mechanics that I'm hopeful for. You can pack up your farm and move it.
Oh yeah, the Expando Farm, I think it was called.
And so you can go to new countries, I'm assuming, and just drop your farm down and tend to it while you're there. And sort of check out some new areas at the same time, and they're adding some new mounts and stuff. I think this one might be worth playing.
I mean, the art style looks fine to me. As far as a farm sim, it looks like it's very by the book, very safe. So, I mean, I think it'll probably be a pretty good one.
I'm gonna give it a go. Try out the new move and farm thing.
All right. Well, so while we're on the topic of farm simulators and the story of seasons, let's move on to number 7. Alrighty, guys, scooting right along to numero 7. We have Story of Seasons. This one is actually by the same people who make Harvest Moon, or, well, under the same umbrella. They're just a different team.
Yeah, they were the team that made the original Harvest Moon, and they broke away and lost the Harvest Moon name, but kept making Harvest Moon type games. They're more or less the real Harvest Moon.
So this one is Pioneers of Olive Town. This one actually appeals more to me because I prefer the more pioneer approach instead of just showing up in a town that already exists and everything's kind of there for you. This seems to take a much more from scratch approach where you actually, they throw you in the woods, or I guess you throw yourself in the woods, and you just build up from there.
Yeah, and it seems like they're going almost like Animal Crossing with it.
So there's a large variety of animals. We've got llamas, cows, sheep, chicken. Oh, foxes. Look at that. Chilled fox.
Yeah,
Did you see that?
And they added a photo mode, and there's like a museum now.
Oh, you can donate your photos, which is actually really cool. So you're actually like, it actually has a purpose. Look at all these people you can marry.
This may just be my opinion, but I think it's a more appealing game to look at as well.
Look at her happy over her squirrel statue in the back.
I will be too.
Nice cup of tea with your soon-to-be hubby.
Oh, he wants to spend more time with you.
She has no life in her eyes whatsoever, though.
Is she okay?
What are those?
I think they're supposed to be like the harvest sprites of this one.
I don't know. The looking at them side by side, back to back like this, the visual appeal of Story of Seasons is just seems to be way better than Harvest Moon.
Yeah,
just
I would agree.
Subjective to me, but we also have a limited edition here with a big old plush. That is.
Yeah, they're adding water buffalo. That should be cool.
And scooting in at number 8 is one of the prequels to one of the most popular games of 2017, NieR Automata. This is NieR Replicant. I'm sure most of you are excited about this. I'm not sure about it says Toy Logic is actually developing it. That's instead of Platinum Plus Games, so
Yeah.
it still remains to be seen how it plays compared to Automata. But judging by the way the game looks in these videos, there's a lot of promise. It honestly looks really, really awesome.
And you know the music's gonna be good.
Oh yeah, even during this when we were looking up trailers and trying to curate footage for it, we found ourselves getting distracted by the music in just the trailers. So, and like I said, this is a prequel. This is actually going over. I wish I could explain the story, but it's very complicated. The timeline of NieR and Drakengard is quite difficult to figure out. Even if you are a longtime fan of the series, it's pretty convoluted, but really excited to see how this turns out, because any of you that are a fan of Emil is a primary focal point of this game, and you'll get to actually see what happened with him. So be excited about that. It's coming on April 23rd, sorry.
Yeah.
It also has a Snow White edition. If you guys are into limited editions, I don't know if there's still any left, but you can check Square Enix's website. I believe it was only available on their actual site. So
Are we doing an unboxing on that one?
we will be. Oh, definitely. Scooting right along. And coming up at arbitrary list number 9 is my favorite trilogy on the Citadel. BioWare. There's a new one. BioWare recently announced that they are bringing out a fully remastered trilogy of Mass Effect. All the first 3 games coming back to us in full HD. Supposed to be quite the rework from what they've been saying. I'm super excited for this, and guys, I can't even get the words out. I'm so excited. Hope you are too. If you haven't played Mass Effect, it is definitely the time to hop into it. Go give it some love and look forward to it. This one is coming out, looks like spring 2021, and I cannot wait. Garrett's gonna be calibrating again. And coming in at the not necessary number 10, we have Outriders. This one is actually a game I had absolutely no interest in when they first announced it.
Oh.
Indeed. At first, I thought it was just going to be another shooter. It looked kind of just like a Destiny clone, which I'm not convinced it isn't just yet. However, it is made by People Can Fly. They made a few of the Gears games as well as Bulletstorm, and I loved Bulletstorm. I really did. The gameplay looks like it has a solid single-player mode, quite story-oriented. The gameplay, however, looks really close to Mass Effect. That's a good thing for me. Any game that looks like Mass Effect. So this game is actually going to have multiplayer mode, which seems to be its main draw. That's similar to Destiny meets Diablo. Looter shooter at its core, of course. There's going to be lots of different customization. There are job classes that you can pick from, like the Pyromancer, the Techromancer, a few others. There is a cover system, like Gears. However, oddly enough, the devs actually say they kind of go against it. They say covers for cowards, and you have to heal via aggression. As you kill enemies, you get health back, and you can get buffs and everything by killing skillfully. That would be the part from Bulletstorm, because I don't know if you remember skills for kills from Bulletstorm, but the more stylish you were in your killing, the better you got on the score, the more you got for like rewards, as well as the game just played better overall. You healed yourself via violence in that game as well. Looks like it's going to be returning in this. And honestly, the multiplayer is the big draw for me. It looks like it'll be a lot of fun. And the devs, they're pretty good. So I'm going to give it a chance.
I'm bad at covers, so that sounds great.
Yeah, you can get out there and just shoot everybody. Blow everyone up.
Yes.
There was Earth Armor too. Magey stuff. It looks fun. I mean, it may not be the next Destiny, but who knows? Maybe it'll be the next Destiny. On to numero 11. Alrighty, time for number 11. I swear Nintendo ain't paying us nothing to keep talking about all these Switch games.
Yeah, if you don't have a Switch, we do recommend getting one, though.
The Switch just seems to have all the good stuff coming up, so. Alright, number 11 is Shin Megami Tensei 5. A lot of us from the Shin Megami Tensei fandom have been waiting for a very long time for any amount of information on this. It seems like the folks at Atlus forgot about it. But here we are, looking at 2021, after 2020, the year of hell, looking forward to 2021, the year of virtual digital hell, so.
Yeah, that is a styling shirt.
Styling shirt, but I don't know what happened to the bangs.
The barber got distracted.
And they just rode with it.
I mean, it worked for him.
I mean, yeah, it works. So the graphics, definitely very Shin Megami Tensei. The gameplay, they haven't really shown much of anything on it yet. A lot of people are still talking about what form of Shin Megami Tensei gameplay it will be taking. But we can all be rest assured it will involve lots of evil Pokemon action, taking over those demons, making them do our bidding, and then probably kicking Lucifer's butt with them ultimately. So looks like we're gonna have devil pacts. That should be fun. I always love the connections between devils and the humans in the Shin Megami Tensei series. Simultaneous worldwide release. No date, but at least it says 2021. And if recent new game indicators are any indicator, we can hope it's 2021. Hopefully it's not Cyberpunk and it'll be like, 2024. But, yep. Really excited for that one. Moving on to the next one. And coming in at a nice, stocky, and thick number 12. Atelier Rhiza 2. Lost Legends and the Secret Fairy.
More rise, more thighs. Looks like we're getting return all your favorite characters. And this one's already out in Japan, but it's coming out here later this month. All localized and good stuff. And everybody's older. And there's going to be a mount for the first time in the series, as far as I can tell. And swimming, I think, is also a first. So that'll be really fun. New ways to gather, faster ways to gather.
While everyone is older, I want to mention the Swolder. Have you seen Lint?
What is he taking?
Lint is
Cool.
on them PEDs hardcore. Someone lent him their gym membership and he went to town.
Are you doing natty or not on what?
The world seems to be much more fleshed out, much more like the graphical system. Like it looked like a subtle upgrade at first, but now that I've actually seen it in person with because we imported the Japanese version, and looking at the video here, you can really see they really went all out on it.
Yeah, it looks really good. I like the water.
Like they are redefining between this and Tales of Arise. I think the JRPG having that stigma of old school, underwhelming graphics is finally gonna go to the wayside.
Yeah, I honestly love this style.
I mean, how big is Lint? Good lord.
This hole. Cute.
Looks like the alchemy is back hardcore. More confusing than ever. I
I'm
never
sure.
could understand it very well. The combat looks amazing. Look at those graphics. I wonder if they'll actually break 500 damage.
Yeah, the damage is really low. But that'll be good. If you enjoyed the first one, I'm sure the second one will be just as good, if not better.
And yep, for those of you who are excited about this one, it is actually not very far off at all. This one is coming out January 26th, so it's just a few weeks away. If you're interested, go check out them sites. I think it's Koei Tecmo Games. Yep, says down there in their corner. And I think Nipponichi, I think Miss America's also got a hand in this as well. So
I believe so.
moving on to number 13. And sitting at number 13 is Peggy 16. But not really. It's actually another JRPG, action JRPG of their action variety. One we're big excited about, but we've kind of been afraid to actually talk about because it's been kind of in limbo. Tales of Arise. This one actually has a really interesting story. A man that knows no pain, he can't feel it, his body's numb, and a woman who only gives pain to anyone who touches her. They feel physical pain, as a gentleman there is experienced. So they seem to have a really cool dynamic. The world around them is really interesting, and man, those graphics.
Yeah, they went hard on those character models. Dang.
So the game is absolutely beautiful. They haven't really given us too many details, just a couple of trailers with cutscenes, but it looks fantastic. I'm loving the dynamic between the two main characters. Oh, the little owl thing.
Did you see that?
He was worried about his little buddy.
Oh, that's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
So this one is supposed to finally be coming out here in 2021. I hope it's true. It looks fantastic. We've always been huge fans of the Tales series.
Yeah, I can't go wrong.
And like we said with Rhiza, between Rhiza and Tales of Arise and Monster Hunter Rise, it seems that the Japanese graphics for games are on the rise. So let's move on to number 14. And at number 14, we have one that I'm very excited for because it's a blast from the past. Any fans of the Suikoden series will be happy along with me on this one. I had to use a video from their Kickstarter campaign for Outriders Chronicles. There is just not that much footage out on it yet, so bear with me. There are going to be some Kickstarter messages in this, but it does show all the gameplay and everything that they've released so far. For those who played the old Suikoden games, you'll know that these are going to be games where you basically start from nothing and grow into a giant army. The battles are going to feature up to, I think it's either 6 or 8 players, playable characters that you can choose. A huge diverse character cast with over 110 characters to choose from. Most of those will be playable, and as you can see, there's some really unique faces.
This shark.
That is a shark.
I love the character design. It's beautiful.
The character design in Suikoden is the same as here, the same art designer. They are fantastic. So if you guys like your classic JRPGs or just want to try something that's similar to the old stuff or just something new, if you like base building, turn-based battle systems, this is going to be an awesome, awesome game. I really cannot wait for it. They've also got a great rewards program. I think you can actually go and still offer assistance to them on their Discord. So if you guys have anything you'd like to help out, oh, the famous Koji Igarashi is also from Castlevania is helping out with this just a little bit. The crew is very, very honest and humble. Yoshitaka Murayama is actually a really, really kind gentleman. Him and his whole crew are very humble, and I think they deserve all the support they can get on this. And I am incredibly excited to support it and cannot wait for it to come out. It may not be out in 2021. I'm thinking it probably isn't. But you can head on over to rabbitandbearstudios.com and check it out. Moving on to the next one. Alrighty, number 15, which is the last one on our primary list. We have one bonus after this. It's probably going to be a little bit of a surpriser for a lot of people because I think this game is going to be slept on. This is a PS5 exclusive. If you're into roguelike games, that's what this is. By Housemarque Studios, it looks to be a game that's going to bring the roguelike genre into the next gen with some really crazy graphics for a genre that's not known for such. So if you liked Hades, Rad, or other similar ones, Enter the Gungeon, that is the type of game this is. The gameplay looks very, very Mass Effect. It looks more Mass Effect than Andromeda looks. It looks really cool. The graphics, the particle effects are awesome. You play as this lady who is on her ship, and she starts her Groundhog Days by crash landing into a planet, fumbling around the planet, checking out stuff, poking stuff, probably picking fights by accident, and eventually dies. She gets random gear, abilities, skills. After she dies, she respawns again on her ship and then drops back down to the planet to start it all over again. So for those of you who are into roguelike games, March 19th on the PS5, Returnal's going to be dropping. It looks really cool. I don't think it's getting marketed nearly as well as it should be, but if you were into Hades or other roguelikes, like I said, definitely give this one a try. If by March, if you're lucky enough to have a PS5, hopefully
that's the trouble.
Yeah, hopefully the stock stuff has been resolved by then. So this one I think is going to be really cool. The Mass Effect gameplay with the roguelike elements looks awesome. So let's hope it revolutionizes the roguelike genre. Now for that bonus game. And our bonus game is a very, very pretty one, and anyone who's actually been around the channel all the way back to the beginning, they know that Horizon Zero Dawn has a special place in our hearts.
Now, was that one of the first playthroughs you did? I can't remember if it was NieR or this one.
Yep, NieR Automata, and this one, Horizon Zero Dawn. Horizon Zero Dawn were some of the first games we ever streamed on our channel. So it looks like the ecosystem has definitely been doing a good job of flourishing, thriving even.
Yeah, definitely looks like it's recovering. Ooh, gross.
That's nasty. But it looks like Aloy's work is never done because we've got a whole lot of red plant life. Save the fox. The water's getting up around his face, Aloy.
Do something.
Pick him up. Come on, Aloy, pick him up. She's just gonna leave him on the ground like that?
You move him. It's just a turtle, bro.
Until it destroys us all.
Gotta water your plants.
She acts like that wasn't there when she leaned down just to pick that up. Like all that just appeared within the past 8 seconds. So we seem to have some swimming now, which isn't going to be a new feature.
Yeah.
I mean, she could swim. I think she could, right? It's been so long since I played. I'm pretty sure she could swim. But it wasn't like deep diving. I think deep diving is going to be one of the big new features in this one.
Yeah, maybe across the top of the water. I can't remember if she could or not. I think so. I really couldn't say. That looks awesome.
No barrier.
Since it is going to be on the PlayStation 5, though, I have every faith that the game is going to look as good as this, because
Oh, yeah.
the first game looked absolutely amazing. I cannot help but want them... I really wish... I want to see this trailer, but maybe done to the Daft Punk song Robot Rock.
That'd be great. Any AMVs out there?
Seems we've still got the shenanigans of corrupting the robots happening.
Yeah, I like that Warhog design. That looks cool.
Looks like we're going to have a bit of Jurassic era action again. It definitely looks like it's going to be going into a much more untamed wilderness. Much more wild tribal action than in the first one. The mammoths right here are awesome. They look
Yeah, that look really cool.
like there's a whole base on their backs. Anyone who hasn't played the first Horizon would probably be like, what's she going to do with the bow and arrow? But we all know what Aloy can do with a bow and arrow. So the reason this is a bonus game is simply because we do not know when it's coming out. There have been rumblings it could be anytime. They only just announced it, so it's going to be super exciting to see that one come to fruition. It's going to be a big game, and we can't wait for it. But since we are not sure if it's coming in 2021, it's a bonus.
Yeah, and there are quite a few more that still don't have release dates that are not in here that we are interested in, but this one we're super interested in.
Yep, so there you have it, guys. Those are some of the games. It's in no way an exhaustive list. There's just too many games coming out in 2021. But we want to hear what you guys are interested in. What games are coming out? Because we believe that with this list, we hope that some of the games are games you haven't heard of. We hope we've expanded on your list of hype games. But in the reverse, we want you guys to do the same for us. So tell us what games you're excited for, and maybe we can add some of those to our list as well. We just want to share everything and have a great 2021. We got a lot of ground to make up for after 2020, and we will be covering as many of these games as we feasibly can. We've got lots of stuff that's happening IRL, for us in 2021, so we're going to be working with that, but we're also going to be trying to make as much time for you guys as we can, because we miss you, we love you. We hope you're all doing great in 2021. Leave the bad behind. Let's look forward to the good. Let's get hype about all these games, shall we? So guys, as always, likes, subs, all that stuff is up to you. What we do ask for around here, though, is if it's within your means, consider adopting or rescuing an animal. ASPCA.org, petfinder.com. You can Google your local animal rescue and adoption options. If you can't bring one home with you, there's other ways you can help out those animals in need.
You can also go volunteer and still spend time with the guys, or you can donate money, old blankets, clothes, sheets, office supplies, all kinds of stuff. Google your local shelters, see what they need. You've probably got something they could use.
Yep. If you got love to give, love to show, there's plenty of ways to give it and show it, and unfortunately, there's plenty of animals out there who could use that love. So guys, show them what you got. And speaking of love, we love you. Remember, buy your fun, not your fam. Adopt, don't shop, and we will see you all throughout this year. Take it easy, guys.